In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a pulsating material. So if I click on it, you can see that it should be pulsating. There we go. It pulsates between two colors and switches between them using a little bit of maths. So to begin with, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you this shader. So I've basically copied everything from the color, roughness, normal, and scaling that we did in a previous video for the master material, and the only difference is that I've made this section here, which is basically allowing us to mask out these two colors, so it's only using this alpha that I've brought in based off my emissive map, and it's pulsating those two colors for those bits here and down this centerpiece here. Obviously you can change the color how you want, and this is how it does it. So it uses an input data, so a time period of 10 with a pulsating speed of 0.1, and if I change this pulsating speed, you can make it quicker as well. So how do we do that? I'll start with basically not adding the alpha first, and we'll just create a new material. So create a new material, call this test pulse version 01, and then we need to do a few things. So the first thing we need to do is we need to basically create the input. So if I right click and go time, it should give me an input, and I'm going to change this value to 10. Then what I'm going to do is create a scalar. I'm going to call this pulsating speed. Pulsating speed. My spelling is probably off on this, so do bear with me. And multiply node, because I'm going to multiply these two values together to basically allow me to control the speed. I'm going to put 0.1 for the time being. And then what I'm going to do is put a sine function, and then this is going to go into a lerp. So I'm going to put a lerp in and put it into the alpha. Now, what I'm then going to do is I'm going to create two color changes. I'm going to convert these to parameters, because again, I want to use this as a master material. I'm going to call this color 1, and then I'm going to do the same with the other ones. So convert to parameter color 2, and I'm going to pop these in. Okay, just going back to the sine function. Basically what a sine function does is it can be used to create animate vertices, change colors, create pulsating effects. And yeah, this is just this little piece of maths here allows you to lerp between two colors, and this is what we're doing. We're taking these two color values and we're using this function here to lerp between those two colors. So we're going to set these colors. So I'm going to go pink, I'm going to go blue. You can set it to whatever color you want. And if I preview this node, start preview node, is it going to work? There we go. We can actually see it happening. It's a bit slow, so let's make that 3. There we go. But do be careful with epilepsy on that. So like 0.5 is a nice number. Now, what we're going to do is, I'm just right click and stop previewing that, is we're actually going to create a strength node as well. So I'm going to drag that off and go multiply, and then scalar and say brightness. And then if I just plug that in, maybe not there actually, plug it into the emissive and turn the brightness up to say 50, we have our glowing material. And if I apply this to the material, as you can see here, you'll be able to see an engine, it working like that. So that's how you would create a very simple switch between two materials. Now, what if you wanted this on a mesh that you've already textured and you've already got like an alpha? So what we can do is this. So I'm going to drag in, and this was just my emissive mask that I separated out from my PSM and dragged it in. And now what we're going to do is we're going to drag off and hit multiply, and then drag that in there, and then drag that into the emissive color. And now that's masked out our material, and it's using that alpha mask to mask out where we want the glowy flash things. And then all we have to do is where are you? Yeah, where have you gone? Oh, there we go. You're very little. And then all I did was copy the rest of these from the original master material that we did, plugged it all in, and it's all scalable as well, so we can material instance this, so we've got multiple materials. And then yeah, that's kind of where I went with it, and that's how I got the pulsating. Thank you for watching.